Hold on, let me celebrate myself real quick. They said it couldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done. There's two things that we did today. Two things that we're in the process of doing today. We're making history today. Two different things. They didn't think we were going to make it into double digits. You are watching right now before your very eyes. Episode 10. Episode 10 of Below the Beanie. Congratulations to you for being a part of it. Episode 10 of Below the Beanie. They didn't think we were going to make it to double digits. That's not the only record today. First time ever in the history of Below the Beanie that we're doing 2 in 1 week. Now, I know what some of you were thinking. I didn't ask for that. I wanted a breakdown, fool. I wanted to see a prediction video of Ciryl Gane and Francis Ngannou. Well, I was more interested in breaking a record today. So congratulations to me. I want to thank everybody for being here right now, for witnessing this historic event. And I have a couple of things that I want to address regarding that. The reason why I'm doing it. The reason why I think I'm going to keep doing it. And I feel good about it. I feel good about it. I had 3 different green teas today. I'm all jacked up right now. I told you the last time. I didn't want to keep giving Starbucks my money, you know? Well, your money. I didn't want to keep doing that anymore. So Marilena actually looked up the recipe. She started making them for me at home. She's making me those green teas now. I don't even have to go anywhere. I can't even remember the last time I left the house. That was the only thing I used to go for. In the morning, I'll have to get the green tea to get the day started. I don't even have to leave the pad anymore. Feel like I'm on house arrest again. I do want to address the topics of today. I want to lay it out there real clear. Real clear, and I'm going to let you know I'm going to get to them. Look, my goal today, because I like to give people, I want to let you know like where we stand, because I know people got dentist appointments, people got to go pick their kids up from school, people that are at work right now and they're hiding the headphones and stuff like that from the boss. I know you all got lives right now. There's a lot of things going on, so I want to respect your time, and I want to let you know that every time I do these, it's my plan. I want to do like an hour clean. I want to do an hour clean, and that's it, in and out. I don't want to take too much of your time. I just want to come in. Some things I got to say. I just want to riff out the dome real quick. And then I'm going to go do some other stuff. I don't want you thinking, oh, he's just streaming now. He's not doing other stuff. I'm working on a video right now that I'm very proud of. And I'm having a lot of fun doing. Usually that's not a good sign. Usually the videos I enjoy doing and I think are going to do really well and I'm having fun, they usually don't do well. So maybe that's not a good thing. But I just want to let you know that I am working on content for you right now. But I want to let you know that I'm a plan to stream for about an hour. We're 3 minutes in right now, and I want to let you know the topics I plan on hitting. I plan on talking about my urination situation. I plan on talking about that. I know that's what you're here for, so I'm not gonna let that one go by. Francis Ngannou and all the sparring drama and stuff like that. Now the ex-coach is speaking out. Tyson Fury and the future with Francis Ngannou. The UFC price going up. Jake Paul and Dana White still beefing. Don't worry, don't even trip. I'm gonna fly through that one real quick. I know there's a lot of closet Jake Paul fans in here that they're gonna be acting up in the chat and like they don't want to hear about it. But I got you. Max Holloway is out against Volkanovski. Peter Yan and Sterling gonna go at it again. Tuivasa and Lewis, Burns and Hamza. We got topics for you today, but I don't want you to lose sight of the main topic today. I don't want you to lose sight of what's most important today. We broke 2 records today. This is episode 10 of Below the Beanie, double digits. And this is the first time ever in the history of Below the Beanie that we did 2 episodes in 1 week. My next goal is 7. I'm going to try to do 7 in 1 week. Not really. But I want to get closer. GM, help me out. I've been trying to become a member. Oh. I appreciate that. I think the only thing you have to do is, I'm on a different window than you right now. I'm on the back end. I think there's a $sign down there. I think all you have to do is click on it and it'll give you the option either to do a super chat or to become a member. No, I think it does. Or even aside from that, but wherever you see me right now in the little square, the little rectangle, below that, it should say join, like a blue button. I think if you click on that, it'll let you join, and there's different amounts. You could just do the cheapest. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want to be a YouTube member on this channel, or if you are, there's different amounts. There's like, I don't even know where it starts, 99 cents, $1.99, all the way up to like 25 bucks. I'm just gonna tell you, if you're super rich and you're like a doctor and you also are like an entrepreneur and you own like 10 businesses and you want to pay the big money, that's fine. But if you can't, that's fine. You have access to the same stuff. I don't want to try to lie to anybody and like make different tiers and only offer you this and that. I appreciate you if you give 5 cents or if you give 5,000. You know, whoever you are, I want to give you access to everything. So you get in the Discord. You get the, like, I mean, it's not the craziest thing, but you get the emojis. I still need to add more, by the way. You see all the behind the scenes stuff whenever I post it. Behind the scenes videos, bloopers, stuff I did back in the day that I'm just showing you for fun now. So if you want to do that, that's there. Chef X Hyrule, what's up? GM little update. I got the job. And if you were here the other day, you remember Chef X Hyrule saying that he just came out of an interview and they got the job. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm glad that you didn't go to the wrong place and that your car didn't die on you. I'm very happy. I'm very proud to hear this. Congratulations, Chef X Hyrule. That's very, very good to hear. Some little successes right here in the Mexican martial arts community. Thank you. So look at a lot of people. There's been a lot of suspicions raised. There's been a lot of concern about my urinary tract. And Joe Rogan, aren't you supposed to be streaming right now, Grandmaster? I'm giving Metal his redemption, beating Grandmaster. I'm giving Metal his redemption, beating Robert Whitaker for the title. Hey, as far as I'm confirmed, he already beat him. So I mean, I appreciate that. If we want to go through any kind of great lengths to like, sound off and make sure everybody knows that everybody's in the loop about that. But if you've seen the fight, there's a lot of doubters regarding the first fight. I'm not even going to fight about that one. It's not worth the time. It's an old topic. I think Metal won both of them. But if you just want to say he won the second one, all right, fine. It's just like people on Valentina. They don't want to admit that she won the first one, but they want to say she won the second one. Fine. As long as I got you right there, that's good enough for me. It's not even worth the energy. So look at a lot of people were concerned. I just want to give you a little progress report right here. I was saying at the beginning of the year that I'm going to start drinking at least a gallon of water every day. And a lot of people got scared and they said that I was going to die because no human being should have a gallon of water in their body in a 24-hour period. I think these are dehydrated individuals. I think these are people who have a inner hatred for high quality H2O. I think that these are fools who are what you call it? What the heck? Like they don't move a lot. Like they're not active. Like sedimentary. Like they don't go anywhere. They're on the couch all day watching Netflix, Hulu, whatever. I don't understand the mindset of someone who thinks that it's dangerous to have a gallon of water in your body in a 24-hour period. Nah, let me tell you, I'm not just sitting at the dinner table and having a gallon of water, chugging it down like that. Like I'm trying to win a video game console or something like that. I'm not going to do something like that. I'm just like, I'm doing it throughout the day. I'm active. I'm running. I'm lifting. I'm pushing. I'm pulling. I'm doing all the stuff, and I'm sweating. And, I got this thing on all day. I'm burning calories. I never take the hoodie off. I mean, you think I'm wearing it right now because it's January? I'll be wearing the same thing in June. I got to represent. Brian Sisk. Thank you for joining the YouTube membership, becoming a part of the family. But I just want to let you know that I've been feeling great. And there's some people that said that they were going to join it with me. They're like, hey, I like that regulation, that New Year's regulation. I want to get on that too. And I hope some of you have been doing it. I've been feeling great. I've been feeling way better than I was feeling for months and months and months before. Because back in the day, I used to do the water thing and then I stopped because Pepsi tastes way better. But I started doing it again. I feel amazing. And let me tell you a trick. And I feel bad because I didn't mention this before. I left it out and I feel bad now. If some of you have been doing this with me, it's already January 7th. 7 whole days I left you out in the dark. And I feel bad now. I failed you. Every single day first of all, let me say I haven't failed yet. And I don't plan to. I've been drinking a gallon at least every day. And I've been succeeding. But let me tell you this, and I forgot this part. I have not drank a single gallon because my thing, I don't have it right here. I have a half gallon thing. So I fill it up twice a day at least. But every time I fill it up, I haven't done it once without doing this. Every time I fill it up, I cut half a lemon and I squeeze the whole thing in there. So it's like lemon water. And it's not some like, oh, I'm a cleanse or like it's because of the this and that nutrients and I like lemon. It's the same thing like if I squeeze the pickle in there. I don't know. I just like the flavor. I really like lemons. I like lemon juice. Sometimes I'll squeeze a whole lemon into a glass and just drink it like that. Actually, that's another thing I've been doing. I didn't put it on my regulations, and I'm not trying to encourage you. Like I'm not a doctor or nothing like that. At least not a medical one. But I don't want to like mess you up or anything because I know some people get funny about like the antacids in their stomach and stuff. But another thing that I've been doing every morning just because I felt like it is I cut up a lemon and I just drink the straight juice because it just I don't know. I mean that part I'm not gonna lie I think is good for like metabolism and like flushing stuff out. But I just like straight lemon juice. It's good. So I've been drink. I down however much juice I could get out of a lemon. I down that, and throughout the day I drink the lemon water. I've been feeling good. I've been going to the bathroom a lot. I got magazines in there. I'm good to go. I don't know why people are saying they're not gonna do it just because they don't like going to the bathroom. I can't tell you how many people are in the comment section saying a gallon of water a day. You know how much times I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom? Fool, what else are you gonna be doing? You're gonna be watching TV instead? Are you gonna be eating like Takis instead? You're gonna be like watching TikTok instead? I'd rather be going pee. I don't I don't have a problem with that. I could watch TikTok on the toilet. Something that you have to do that you realize if you're going pee a lot, look, I'm just gonna tell you, and I'm not even gonna be embarrassed, all right? When you start going pee as much as the grandmaster, sometimes you're just gonna start sitting down. Okay. And back in the day, I would have been embarrassed to admit something like that. But I feel like I'm in a new place in my life right now. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling healthy. I'm feeling confident. And it's not only for myself. I'm not just trying to hold on to this. I'm not being greedy with this knowledge. I'm trying to share it with you and I'm going to be transparent. I've been sitting down a lot when I go pee lately. And I will encourage a lot of you to do the same thing. And I'm a little bit ashamed, if I'm going to be honest with you, that I haven't been doing it for longer. It's a lot more, you can multitask more. There's a lot more that you could do when you're sitting down. And there's not as much cleanup. When you drink as much water as I do right now, there's a lot of what you call it, like ricocheting, I'll say. And when you sit down, you don't have I'm not gonna go on longer about this. You know what I'm saying. GM's urinary tract. Yo, fool, give me a break, chocolate. There's only so much H2O I can cope with. Pee for days. Look at, hey, the urinary tract. I'm telling you, I don't mind that track. I'm running back and forth every day and I'm enjoying it. I'm feeling good. I'm just figuring it like it's a little piece of my cardio, I don't mind it. And people were telling me, and I'm not trying to hate GM's urinary tract. I'm not trying to hate. But look, hey, David Capico is like, hey, I've been sitting down peeing for years. Ian Mar, I sit down at night, then you could go pee without opening your eyes. Look, I know a lot Luis. I know a lot of fools don't like it. I know a lot of fools don't like it because the seat gets cold, but I'm gonna tell you something. You just gotta put the toilet paper on the seat. I know some fools got those old-fashioned ones where like the seat has like fur or like carpet. That's nasty. You gotta throw that out. You gotta throw that out, homie. You know how much times you have to clean this stuff because you miss? Imagine. Because look, not everybody lives the thing, So we're talking about this too much. We're talking about this too much. That's a different. I'm gonna have to start a different channel for that kind of talk. I just want to stay on track right here. I want to let you know this. There was some people that are like, "Fool, I can't drink that much in a day." You have 24 hours in the day. Like I was telling you a little bit ago. Do you think I just sit there and I have the time to force it into my body and chug it? That would probably kill me. But when I think about all the activities, all the things I do throughout the day, all the work, all the time I'm sitting here, and I don't understand how anybody can say that they can't do that. It's good for your health. It's good for your energy. It's good for your skin. It's good for everything. And I just want to encourage you for some people that think it's impossible, for some people that say they don't have the time, I can't do it, it's dangerous. I've been doing it. And I feel better than I've been feeling since I can't remember when. So I'm just telling you, I'm living it right now and it feels good. I drink a gallon every day too for a year. That's what's up. And I went to a homie's house a while back. I got people talking about the carpet on the toilet right now. I went to a homie's house one time. They had carpet in the bathroom. In the bathroom. That was the flooring. I don't know what kind of era. I don't know if that was the 70s, the 1700s. I don't know if you could go back in time when it was like, that's the thing. Can we get the new carpet installed into the bathroom when we get paid next month? I don't know who thought of that. I don't know if that was ever a thing. I don't know if it was like just a bad judgment call, or if they were trying to be. That was the flooring. It wasn't like a rug. It wasn't a throw rug. It wasn't a mat. That was the flooring in the bathroom. It was carpet. And I'm gonna tell you, when I went pee at the homie's house, I wasn't sitting down that day, and I got some in the carpet, and I didn't tell him. And I tried to dry it, but you know when it's in carpet, you can't see it. It's not like tile. That haunted me for weeks and weeks, and it took its toll on our friendship. Don't put carpet in the bathroom. It's disgusting. But anyway, I want to move on from this point. I just want to let you know that I've been feeling good. It's definitely doable. I'm a procrastinator. I'm horrible at time management. But somehow I've been able to drink it every single day. I'm working it in. You just got to be determined. If it's a goal, and you decide you're going to get it done, and that's all there is to it. I got to go pee right now. I'm feeling it right now. I'm going to loosen up. I'm going to open this up real quick so at least I can take some of the pressure off. I got to go right now. That's how I'm living right now. But I'm going to hold it in for another 43 minutes or so. And I know that's not a good idea. But this is the life that I've chosen. And we're live right now. We're doing it live. Moving on from the urination situation, we got Francis Ngannou. And I know you've been hearing about the whole sparring thing. And there's a lot of different perspectives right now. Well, what's true? Is it really edited? Is it really doctored? Are they leaving out the best parts? Is this just, I mean, we got to consider the source. Who's this coming from? Are they just trying to cast a bad light? Are they trying to get into his head? And it depends on who you're rooting for, whose side you're going to be on, whose bias you're going to go along with. That's just how it goes every time. If you're on Nganou's side, of course you're going to say, well, duh, just like with the Conor McGregor stuff. When people wanted to hate McGregor and they wanted to be on Paulie's side, or when they wanted to hit on Paulie and be on McGregor's side, they're going to be saying that's not all the footage. There's more to the story. And then the other side are going to be saying, oh, you want the whole story? Like the coach that came out. I don't know if you guys heard. The coach came out today and he's like, hey, Ngannou, what are you talking about? You're saying that it was edited? You're saying that we left out some of the contextual facts? We left out some of the stuff that really happened? Okay. Let me tell you what really happened. The truth is even worse for you, fool. And the coach started talking about, hey, Ngannou, you want to talk about what's real? You want to talk about what really happened? Because I didn't know that you wanted to do that. But now that you're telling me it's okay, you're giving me the green light? Okay, let me tell you what really happened. It's even worse than everybody's seeing and clowning on you for, fool. Remember that you took a knee to the liver and you had to sit down? And then that fool said, hey, get back up. I still want to get some more work in. He was acting all like Sean Strickland and everything. Like he was just seeing red and wanted to keep going, even after Ngannou was already down. And Ngannou was like, no, I'm good. The coach is like, is that the truth? Is that the stuff that we edited out that you want everybody to know? Fine. I told them for you. Now what are you going to say? I'm a little unclear still on the full thing. But as far as my understanding goes, is that this coach, what's his name? Like Fernando something? Ferdinand? He used to be the coach of the MMA, some MMA factory, wherever they were at in France or something. I don't know. There's too much to keep up with. There's too many stories. I'm so focused on going to the bathroom. It's hard to keep it. I guess that fool was like the coach of both of them. And now he's only the coach of Ciryl Gane because Ngannou dipped. I mean, that's just what he does. He's in one place, finds success, dips, finds success, dips. I mean, he'll still go back every once in a while with the shovel and be like, hey, did you get a photo? Did you get a photo? Dip. Just like when they were doing the riots and stuff, and you see like you would see like different influencers show up, and they would have like a towel or like a broom, and they'd be like, hey, get the photo. And then they dip. That was like Ngannou. He'll go back to the hometown and be like, hey, you see this? And then he dips. And then he goes wherever. I don't even know where that fool lives now. I think he went from wherever he was at to France, and then he dipped from France and came to the U.S. That supposedly now he's gonna go to Cuba like Logan Paul to avoid taxes. I can't blame him for that one though. The taxes are ridiculous. But the coach was saying, like, he exposed that fool. He's like, hey, I don't even know what you're talking about. If you want everybody to have the full story, I'm more than happy to give it to him. And he did that. And everybody's like, oh, okay, now what are you gonna say, Ngannou? And it looks bad for him. It looks bad for him because how are you gonna argue with the full footage? If that fool, I mean, it's one thing that he's saying it. Okay, fine. It's one thing that fool's saying it, Fernando or whatever. And if you hear it as a Ngannou fan, you'll be like, well, of course he's gonna say that. But if he releases the footage, if he actually releases the footage, then Ngannou's done. And he's not going to have anything left to say. Except that it's like, have you seen that stuff that's always going around on the internet lately? Of like the fake Tom Cruise? There's that one guy that's always pretending to be Tom Cruise and they're faking it. You know how you could do the fake facial stuff now? And you could pretend to be somebody else? A lot of people are going to get caught up like that. That's going to be trippy as time goes on. But that's the only thing that Ngannou could claim at this point. Like, hey, that's not even me. It's getting weird. And it's a little bit harder to comprehend because of how that fool still speaks the really broken English. So even when he's defending himself, it's still hard to even like figure out what he's defending. Deep fakes. Deep fakes. Conor McGregor was never my friend. Going through withdrawal, Mexican MMA keeping me strong. Thanks, GM. Going through withdrawals, that's rough. That's rough. I don't know if you want to like talk about what kind or like, but I'm not trying to pry or anything. But look, I'm not trying to make it to a joke or anything. I'm not trying to make it to a joke. But I knew somebody a while back that was going through something like they weren't even going through the withdrawals yet. They were trying to give something up. They were in the process of like trying to give it up to begin with. And I was like, hey, fool, I'm not even trying to judge you because like for like the longest time, I'm talking about like years, I was like addicted, like straight up addicted to Pepsi. Like very unhealthy. Like I remember like when I was a lot younger, I used to sell stuff. I used to sell like toys and possessions and stuff to other homies so that I could go buy soda. It was bad. I was selling pogs and stuff, comic books. And I was telling them, hey, fool, I can't even stop drinking Pepsi. You think I'm gonna judge you? And then when I would try to stop, I would get the withdrawals bad. I was having like migraines. I felt like nauseous and everything. It was rough. It was rough. So I mean, I feel for you. I wish you luck. I hope everything goes good. Man. And the craziest thing right now about Ngannou, like nothing's looking good for Ngannou right now. Nothing is looking good for that fool. Because not only is he like up against all the media stuff right now, because it's gonna be real hard to fight against the footage if that fool decides to release it. But the other thing that he's dealing with right now is like this inner fight of confusion because he's already looking past Ciryl Gane. He's not respecting him. He's not respecting Ciryl Gane. You know what Ngannou is doing right now? He's making it a point to talk about how much better Adesanya is than Gane. Everybody's talking about how technical and amazing and good and solid Gane is. And Ngannou's like, you know who I think is the best striker at MMA? Adesanya. Let's talk about that fool. While Ciryl Gane is over here talking about how Ngannou's like the most powerful fool that he's ever known. And how he knows he has a one-punch knockout power. And how he knows how dangerous he is. And how he's a threat. And he's the real thing. And he's a monster. And Ngannou's like, nah, I think Adesanya's better than that fool. He's a better striker. He does everything better. Not only that, he's making up all this stuff about the footage, saying that it was fake. Nah, that's not true. Nah, it didn't happen. When they're saying, fool, I got the footage right here. I'll release it. And then not only that, he's already thinking about his next fight. He's at the moment when he's already set to go. Everything's already set in stone. Things are signed. Training camps. They got the card coming up. He's thinking and talking more about Tyson Fury than the fool that he's about to fight that has his own bout. I know we don't really consider it the real one and all that, but like, you know, he's done his way and paved his own way to get to where he's at. He's just as, well, maybe not just as, that's a little bit too far, but he's very, very, very respectful, respectable in his own right. But he's straight up looking past him and just thinking about Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury is like, and there was somebody who did that recently. Oh, it was Adesanya. I was talking about that weeks and weeks ago when Adesanya was trying to fight Jan Blachowicz. And all Adesanya wanted to talk about was John Jones. That's all he wanted to talk about. I was like, that fool's crazy. He's not putting respect on this fool's name. He's not taking him seriously. He's not focusing. All he's wanting to think about is John Jones, and he thinks that Blachowicz is just a stepping stone, and that's just going to get him to the next thing where he really wants to be at. And look at what happened. Blachowicz made that fool like an advertisement on the canvas. He just pushed him into the thing. He had nowhere. Like, as soon as he got him there, and he knew this is my way in, that was it. If Adesanya can't keep that distance and just point fight, you just pummel that fool into the canvas. That was it. That's what everybody's going to do now. Except Whitaker, I don't think. I mean, I think Whitaker's going to try to point fight. I don't think that's going to go well. A lot of people think that I hate Robert Whitaker. I don't. I just wish that they will put respect on Metal's name and reverse that and make things right. But aside from that, I don't got nothing against Whitaker. Except that he looks like oddly like Yuri Boyka, and it kind of bothers me. And then I'm like, who's the real character here? Like, which one came first? But I think Whitaker was alive before the character of Yuri Boyka. I'm not positive. But he's looking to Tyson Fury already, and then Fury is like, "Hey, fool, let's box. Let's do a boxing match with MMA gloves," which is like, oh snap, that's dangerous. That's crazy. And we're starting to see, like, forget about how dumb it is. For a moment, let's try real hard to forget how dumb it is and irresponsible and reckless and dangerous it is for Ngannou to look past Ciryl Gane. Let's just forget about that right now, and let's just look at Fury and Ngannou. And then you see Fury calling him out. It's like, oh, that's exciting. That sounds cool. Because, like, in reality, when you consider everything, it's dumb. But if you just focus on those two, it's cool, and I want to see it. But Ngannou responds, and he's like, oh, how about this, fool? Why don't we do an MMA fight with boxing gloves? And it's like, what? MMA fight with boxing? That sounds like something that, like, Nate Diaz would tweet. Like, wait, hold on. Let me read that again. An MMA fight with boxing gloves. So apparently, like, I mean, that's like, you have to stop and wonder, like, where's he even, like, what's he even coming from with that? Like, I guess he's not trying to grapple, which makes sense. It's Ngannou. But if he's so confident in his punching power and everything, why wouldn't he want the smaller MMA gloves? Is he afraid of Tyson Fury's punching power? And then if he does, why would another thing? There's so many different things that trip you up? Like, there's those, and then it's like, but wait a minute. Another thing, why would he want Tyson Fury using boxing gloves? Because that only gives Tyson Fury more opportunity to hide stuff in his glove or to wear it incorrectly and use more of his fist. I mean, I guess Ngannou could still throw elbows, but he's not going to be able to, like, I don't even understand why that fool would say that. I don't know if that was like ill-advised trash talk. I don't know if there was something lost in translation. You know, sometimes when you put something in Google Translate and it doesn't quite translate it correctly, it kind of like is that real, like, cold, sterile kind of translation that's not really like how people talk in real life. I don't know if it was something like that. Come on, you showing Romero love is one of the many reasons I stick around, man. Love you, boy. Hey, metal to the wheels fall off. Metal to the wheels fall off. Hey, every once in a while they get a little bit rickety. I'm not even gonna lie, but they're not off yet. They're not off yet. Maybe that fool's got it parked right now. Maybe he's trying to, do some stuff under the hood. Maybe he needs to get a new filter or whatever. But they're still on. They're still on. 10 inches of snow. Snap. Hey, Zach Hughes, you need to get one of those things. I just saw something. There was like an ad that I saw. I don't know if anybody lives in the snow. If there's any people like that right now in the chat that knows what I'm talking about. I saw this ad for something that's like for people that live in areas where it snows. You could get this thing and it like melts the snow. It's got to be like this big appliance kind of thing. I can't remember. I didn't watch the whole thing, but it's like something that you could buy and it just like melts all the snow around you, so you don't have to spend forever shoveling it. Well, you should get on that. Maybe I should try to get him to sponsor. But anyway, I think it's ridiculous. I think Ngannou is a mess right now. It's definitely in his head that he knows. He knows that fool has the footage. He knows that he's focusing more on Tyson Fury. He knows that. I don't understand this trash talk. I don't understand where his mind's at. I don't understand what he really wants. He wanted to box. That's the weirdest thing. And Tyson Fury even called it out. He was like, hey, fool, you're the one that wanted to box. Ngannou's the one that started calling out boxers. But now Ngannou's like, yeah, but can we make it an MMA fight now, though? And Fury's like, fool, you called me out. You said that you couldn't even imagine retiring until you at least try some boxing. And now you're saying, can we do an MMA? But with boxing gloves. Is that going to make you feel like you box? I don't know where his head's at right now. I don't know what he's doing. It doesn't make any sense. And that brings me to the UFC price. A lot of people are saying that they think there's a few different channels saying the same narrative right now. And I'm not necessarily disagreeing with them. Man, I gotta go pee so bad right now. I'm not even, oh my gosh. I need to get a bucket right here next time. Listen, it's not about that right now. A lot of people are saying that they think that the UFC raising the price right now is actually an attempt to sabotage Ngannou's pay-per-view so that they could prove to him, like, fool, you can't sell. Well, obviously, look at the timing. That just makes Dana White look bad, in my opinion. But I don't think that's what's going on right now. I don't think that's what's going on. It sounds good. It's a nice little conspiracy theory. And in an alternate universe, I could go along with that. Full Metal Alchemist, Hollow. Oh, yeah. I heard about that's one of the things I'm going to be talking about right now. Volkanovski and Holiday is off due to an injury. Max Holiday hurt his thumb playing too much Twitch. He's out. Yes. Thank you, David Capico. Please consider liking the stream. If you're here right now. Helps me out a lot. Look, let me take a moment to tell you real quick. I'm probably going to release a video about this. I know fools are always real supportive and telling me, hey, you don't need to explain yourself to anybody. But I just like people to be in the know. It's my plan right now, loosely, to stream a lot more. And there's two reasons. This is my channel. And a lot of the times, to be honest, I lose sight of that. And streaming is probably the funnest thing that I do on here because it's the only time I'm not alone and bored for hours upon hours. And I like when I can read the chat and go back with you and you guys crack jokes and we can have fun and stuff like that. It's a whole different type of atmosphere that I don't get when I'm just editing videos. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are only here for the edited videos and only like those. I'm not going to stop doing those. I'm going to stream for an hour a day and I'm going to work around it. The streaming is for me because I enjoy it. And part two is very, very good for the channel that I'm learning because of watch time and views and stuff like that. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to hide it from you. And I know a lot of people had their trust shaken with me because of the headphone thing. A lot of people had their trust shaken with me. And I feel bad about that, But I want to let you know that that was a one-time thing because I was trying to prove a point. It was a metaphor thing that I was trying to illustrate to you. And I'm coming at you different now. I want to let you know that that's not what's going on today. Look it. They are plugged in today. All right? They're plugged in today. I've been listening to my Cafe Jazz the whole stream. I've been you want to hear what I'm going to show you what I'm listening to right now. That's what I got in my head 24/7. All right, because I think, to be honest with you, I think I have some kind of condition where I can't do anything unless I got a lot of noise going. It drives Marilena crazy. Like anytime I'm doing anything, I always have to have the TV or music or something on, or I just shut down. I always have to have something on. Always. Even at night when I'm falling asleep, I have to have the TV on. I always have to have something going. And it kind of like it calms me down, you know? So I've been listening to my Cafe Jazz this whole time. I want to let you know I'm coming at you differently. I'm coming at you with truth lately. That was nothing but an illustration, all right? I'm not trying to fool anybody. So I'm letting you know. I got a channel to run here. All right. So not only do I like doing the streams and it's fun, and I can talk about things that just happened, and I don't have to, like, by the time I edit it and shoot it and all that, it's already like way late. Nobody cares about that news anymore. I like being able to be right here, right now. And then also it helps the analytics. And then when I do better in the analytics, more watch time, more views, then more people see the breakdowns that you guys like. So, you know, it works for everybody. So I'm going to be streaming a lot. And I hope I don't see people crying about it because what happened to the breakdowns, I'm still going to make them. I just told you at the beginning of the stream, I was working on a breakdown before this stream, and I'm going to be working on it after. I'm still doing them. So I just want to let you know that's going to be the regular for the time being. Conor McGregor was never my friend. I feel like this whole decade is just going to be a fever dream. These freak shows just keep getting more and more nuts. Let's see Faber. Faber versus Wilder. I heard that what's it called? Man, I always forget that fool's name. That looks like that TikTok guy, Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson was calling out Faber, so Faber's in the news again lately. So maybe that's what's making you think about it. Yeah, Faber versus Wilder. I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Faber definitely has a much cleaner technique than Wilder, so I think it will be very competitive. But the UFC price went up, and a lot of people think that that's Dana's way of dissing Ngannou and getting Ngannou all messed up and making his pay-per-view tank so that he has nothing to negotiate with. That's fine. It sounds all right. It's a cute story, you know? But what I think it is, I think this all goes back to the beef with Jake Paul. I think it goes back to the beef with Jake Paul for two reasons. And I'm going to try to skim over this. I'm going to try to skim over this as quickly as I can because I know a lot of you like to pretend that you don't want to hear about Jake Paul anymore. I know a lot of you like to pretend that you don't want to hear about the most electrifying fighter in combat sports today. I know that that's how you feel. So I'm going to try to accommodate that. I'm going to try my best. But I'm also an MMA truther. So it's my responsibility as the founder and grandmaster to give you that truth. It's your job to consume and apply it, and just stop fighting it already. So look at Jake Paul was fighting with Dana White back and forth on Twitter about how he doesn't pay the fighters enough, he doesn't give them the appropriate share, he doesn't give them health care, all that kind of stuff. All right. And then there started being talks. I don't know if you guys heard about this. There started being talks. They're like, hey, what if Jake Paul decides to just straight up rival Dana White? All right, Dana, you don't want to do that stuff? You know that your fighters are always mad and complaining and needing to take all these freak show fights that cause them to lose their integrity and to put shame on their whole family. And then on top of that, they lose them. Why, Dana? Because you don't pay them enough. That's why they're having to do all this stuff, Dana, because you don't take care of them. So Dana, you know Dana's in the news. The fact that to be honest, I can't even believe that he responded on Twitter with that one video. I thought that was even below him. It shows that Jake is getting inside his head. The fact that Dana even made that video. That was trippy. I did not expect Dana to respond that way. Jake Paul's getting under his skin. Marloca! Living the Marloca. Thank you so much. Jumping for joy. Yippee. Hey, that's how I feel when I see you in the chat. I appreciate you always being here. Thank you for your support. Conor McGregor was never my friend. Jake Paul has way too much plot armor to lose. Dana seething. What is plot armor? Is that like a Minecraft thing? Plot armor. Jake Paul has way too much plot armor. See, I feel like I'm out of the loop right now. I don't know the lingo. Plot armor. I'm about to look this up. It's like a TikTok thing or what? Plot armor. Used to refer to the phenomenon in fiction whereby the main character is allowed to survive dangerous situations because they are needed for the plot to continue. Hey, you read a lot of books, homie. That's some good stuff right there. That's some good stuff right there. I'm gonna start using that. Hey, fool, you can't touch me. I got that plot armor. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna use that. But like, oh, do should UFC incorporate tournaments? $1 million. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something right now that a lot of people aren't gonna like. But the people, look, there's gonna be people that like this, like really like it, and they aren't gonna. The kind of people that are gonna like it's the same as when people don't want to admit that they like watching Jake Paul and that they like the freak show and that they want it to continue. There's gonna be people that you're crazy. I always see this comment where people are right there with the points I'm making, and they're like, "Oh no. Like on this one, you lost me, fool." I get to that one thing, and they're like, "Oh, you lost me now. I'm off." Look it. If we're talking about tournaments, I don't think it ever should have changed. If you ask me today, here and now, you want to ask me right now, the UFC right now in 2022 should still be nothing but a tournament. Nothing but a tournament. I don't want to see this for the 115 and 115 and 135, 135 and the next week. No. I want to turn on the broadcast and then boom, first fight. I'm seeing Derek Lewis against Henry Cejudo. That's what I want to see. And then the next fight is Valentina Shevchenko against Tony Ferguson. It's just like old school, 1993. We just started a tournament. We see who's the best. We see who's the best. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care how much steroids you got in you. Let's just go. That's what I want to see. It should have never stopped being a tournament, and it needs to go back as far as I'm confirmed. It needs to go back. Oh, we could legalize everything. We could legalize everything. What do you want to legalize? You want that? Let's get 2 of them. Let's legalize everything. What do you want to legalize? You want that? I give you legalize. It's like Oprah out here. But we can't legalize the original UFC tournament style. All of a sudden, that's the one thing. That's where we draw the line. That's where we draw the line. You're too big to fight that fool. No. Not in this country. Nah. That's too far. What? What? Oh. Okay, fine. We'll let you do it as long as you put your masks on. Go ahead. I would spin all the way around right now if I didn't have my headphones plugged in. I would spin all the way around. You know what? I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to pick it up so I can do it. That's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling right now. It makes me sick. That's the one thing we can't see. That's the one thing you won't give me. I want to see Henry Cejudo fighting Cyborg. That's the one thing I can't have. I pay $500 to see Daniel Comer versus Dominic Cruz, says David Capico. Hey, I'll pay 100. I'll pay 150. Oh, you just said 500. I read that wrong. I thought I was like one upping you. That's way more than me. I'll chip in 150. I'll chip in 150. So then you just got to do the 350. So look, I didn't even get to the end of my point. Here is my point. I'm going to try to condense it for you. Why did the UFC raise the price? Why did they raise it? Because Jake Paul is already considering starting his own promotion to rival the UFC. And you know what that reminded me of? Do you remember back in the day when Eminem, you know, the only one that Eminem won this. Well, he messed up, but there was someone that he shouldn't have dissed. Michael Jackson. Remember when that fool started talking papas on Michael Jackson? When he was wearing the thing and his hair was on fire and all that? Do you remember that one? And then what did Michael Jackson do? Michael Jackson's like, oh, you want to play like that, fool? You want to play like that? He bought Eminem's entire catalog. I'm not talking about a magazine. I'm talking about all his music. Michael Jackson bought all the Eminem songs. Eminem dissed that fool, and Michael Jackson's like, you think I'm gonna spend hours in the studio recording a diss track back at you? I'm just gonna buy you and own you, homie. Michael Jackson bought all that fool songs that he owned him. He owned him. I don't know if anybody in here knew that. I'm not really proud that I knew that, but I do. And that's the same thing Jake Paul's trying to do to Dana White. Eminem didn't get all his music back. I was just refreshing on it a little bit ago because I wanted to make sure that I was correct. Michael Jackson bought it in like 2000, I don't know, 5, 7, something like that. Eminem didn't get it back till 2016. That fool was owned by Michael Jackson. That fool was still owned by Michael Jackson even when he was dead. That fool was owned by a zombie. That fool was already all Thriller face and he still owned him. That's the same thing Jake Paul's trying to do to Dana White now. He's like, fool, I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not trying to come at you like all like intellectual and stuff. I know it sounds a little bit condescending when I say like, I don't know you guys know this. It's just like a manner of speaking, it's just my vernacular. It's just, it's endearing. Don't trip. Conor McGregor was never my friend. Dana selectively allows certain fighters to juice. That's my theory. Only biggest pay-per-view stars, but I think it's pretty clear at this point. And it can't fool people anymore. Even the fans now are talking about it. I mean, a while back, people still had their head in the clouds and stuff like that. But even the fans are more embracing of it now. And they're like, hey, like you're saying, it's starting to be so commonplace that now fans aren't shying away from it and they're not embarrassed. Like other science fans, a while back, they were denying it. They're like, nah, fool, I got Gano too, look it. And they were showing people stuff. But now the tone has changed. Like you're saying, now people are like Nate Diaz. They're like, well, everybody's doing it anyway. It's all right. It has shifted because it's so obvious. There's no denying it. But anyway, Jake Paul, even back when he was in Vine, when he had his Team 10 and all that, when he started it, when he got on YouTube, I know too much of this. I know. But, we're here. He had investors. He had a bunch of people funneling money to him. That's how he got the exposure that he did. That's how he funded Team 10. That's how he was able to pay ads to get his stuff all visible and stuff. He could do the same thing. Dana White could be talking right now about how he has all this money and the frittatas and the Endeavor and stuff like that. Hey, Jake Paul has friends too. Jake Paul is trying to position himself to buy out the UFC and own Dana White, just like Michael Jackson owned Eminem. He's trying to do the same thing. So Dana's like, I better get a jump on this. I'm going to raise that price. I'm going to raise that price and try to get some more of that. What's he always talking about? Dana White's always talking about like the structural integrity or the infrastructure. The infrastructural integrity of the UFC. Dana White's always talking about that. So I feel like he's trying to, it's nothing to do with Ngannou. Like I said, it's a cute story. And otherwise, I might fall for it. But in this case, that fool's just trying to get some money in the bank for when that day comes with Jake, he could try to outbid him. That's all it is. Trying to get a little bit more pocket change so that he could pay the fighters, so that he could get that health care because he's getting scared. It's twofold right now. He wants to have enough money saved up so that he can't get bought out by Jake. And at the same time, he's going to try to slowly give his fighters what they need. I know Ariel was on Twitter. He's like, oh, it's the best time to be an MMA fan right now because it's the best this. Or what did he say? To be an MMA or I don't know. All the money, everything's expensive. People are watching, people are buying. But what about the fighters? Ariel was saying that. Dana's trying to get there. He's trying to save up that money so that he can pay the fighters, so that he can give them the health care, so they stop running off to Jake Paul. I think that's what it's about. There's going to be far more people trying to get illegal streams. That's just going to be a fact. Not as much people are going to pay for it. I think it's going to backfire on Dana. I think it's going to have the reverse effect. And then you got people pulling out of fights. People getting hurt, just like people are sad right now that Max Holloway's out against Volkanovski. Nicknames or nicknames. Grandmaster wish my cuz. Hey, you think I'm Bisping or what? You think you're gonna get me like Bisping? May? I'm not even gonna try, fool. Maylene, Ciryl. I don't know. I can't even try, fool. I can't even try. But I respect the attempt. I respect the attempt. Holiday's out. Holiday's out, and Cejudo's trying to get in. I know everybody's sad right now about Holiday being out, and they're talking about that, but nobody's talking about that Cejudo wants it. And I don't know what you think. I don't know where you think he's at right now. I know that more people like him as a podcast host and being in there with Mike Tyson running the game. People hated him when he was fighting. I was rolling with that fool when he was fighting. I'm a Cejudo fan. But people were always hating on that fool. But they liked him when he was doing the podcasting, but now he's going to come back. So I don't know if people are going to be on board or not. But he wants to jump in. He's like, Dana, you got my number. Call it. Street Beef Scrapyard. What's up, homie? Fire Chicken, always watch it. Fire Chicken, always watching for the best backyard fights around. Street Beef Scrapyard. Everybody in the chat, you already know you're on that Street Beefs. Don't even lie. You already know you're on that Street Beef Scrapyard. And if you're not, go lace yourselves up. Thank you for coming through. Sean Wilson Croft just joined the YouTube membership. We are family. Thank you. I got all my homies with me. Thank you so much for joining. Cejudo wants to get in there, and I hope he does. I mean, technically, on paper, according to Wikipedia, Volkanovski beat Holiday twice. Okay? So Cejudo beats Volkanovski. Not only is he the GOAT, I mean, he just reinforces the fact that he's already been the GOAT of that division. Let's not get disrespectful. Khabib is always within earshot. That fool's always in the conversation. But Cejudo comes back and dethrones Volkanovski. Is everybody going to start respecting? Is everybody going to stop playing? If he finally comes back and does what he's supposed to do, is everybody going to stop? Just like the Jake Paul thing. All right, fine. If that fool beats Fury, is everybody going to stop? Now, I know Ciryl Gane is coming out. And you know what? Let me tell you something right now. I would never, in good conscience, tell you to go watch a Ciryl Gane video. I would never do that to you. Normally. But today I'm going to tell you, you know what? Because I want you to have this context. Because I want people to know what they're talking about when they're talking about it. Go watch that video that he did recently. I think it just came out like today or like really early in the morning or last night. He was talking about why it's not even a good idea for Jake Paul to fight Tommy Fury, why it doesn't make any sense. And he was talking about how Tommy Fury's record is like padded and fake, and he's not even a real boxer, and that his brother's a boxer and all that. Everybody that's crying, saying that Tommy Fury should fight him because that he's a real boxer, you don't even know what you're talking about, homie. So if you really do want to get him to fight a real boxer, fine, we'll find somebody to keep you happy. But that's not even the one. But people are saying just the same way they're saying, okay, fine, if Tommy Fury beats him, then I'm gonna be happy. Is that finally good? Are you gonna use the same way of thinking when it comes to Cejudo? When he beats Volkanovski, are you finally going to put respect on that name? Or are you going to find another reason? Then you're going to be like, well, maybe I'll respect Cejudo once he beats Jake Paul. Is that going to be it? I don't know what pleases you anymore. As Dresden, Grandmaster, how is Colby the number one contender when he has fought no one currently ranked in the top 15 of his division and lost to the champ twice? Hey, I don't understand these rankings. I don't know who makes them. The rankings, I don't know. At this point, I have a suspicion that the rankings serve no other purpose than just to create drama within the MMA community. I don't know if it's Dana memeing hard on everybody. I don't know if he's just having a good time. Just like, look it, I'm gonna ask you guys to lace me up on this. All right, I'm juggling a lot of things at once. I'm trying to understand all these different topics and situations. I'm spending a bunch of time in the bathroom. You know, it's hard these days. So I'm gonna ask you guys, some of you MMA heads, to clear this up for me. I've been hearing constantly. This is what I'm talking about right here. We're talking about rankings. I've been hearing constantly that this is the first time in I don't know how long that Conor McGregor hasn't been ranked. That he's not ranked anymore. I'm looking at it right now. It says he's ranked number 9. So how come I keep seeing articles and videos and everybody talking about how Conor McGregor's not ranked anymore? It says he's number 9. So this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the rankings. Did he somehow unofficially, is he somehow unofficially not ranked anymore? But he's still ranked on here. I don't understand how that works. I'm more confused than ever about the rankings. Do Jan versus Vogue. If not, CCC. Man. Well, see, they got Jan right now. You're talking about Jan versus Volkanovski. I just read, another thing I just read was that they already have Peter Yan and Sterling set for UFC 272. That they're going to fight in like, what is that, February or March? So Yan already has his next fight being lined up right now against Sterling. So that's why Cejudo's like, hey, I know that fool's tied up. Call me Dana. Call me Dana. And then Tuivasa and Lewis are going to go out at 271. And I'm surprised because Lewis just had a fight and that fool's back always hurts. So I don't know how he's okay right now. Tuivasa is a dynamic individual. That fool's all over the place. I could see Lewis versus Gaethje. That's the Rock'em Sock'em right there. That's the Rock'em Sock'em of all Rock'em Sock'ems. But Tuivasa and Lewis, that's not looking good for Lewis. I think my guy Tuivasa's got that one. I'm going to have my shoey ready. I'm going to have my shoey on deck. I'm going to be ready. Then Burns and Khamzat is coming up. They're saying that they're going to fight in April at 273. And then finally, that they're going to have some respect on Khamzat's name because he's going to fight someone that's, you know, really up there in the ranking. Or that's going to be Burns' way back to the title, back to another title shot. Either way. Jan could do both. Oh, snap. See, that's what I'm talking about. I like the way you think. That's that tournament style type of mentality. Like, just go back to back. They don't need time to rest. Tuivasa versus Lewis all day. Sterling will back out again. See, this is what I'm talking about. Conor wasn't in the top 5 since I don't remember. I've been looking at a lot of times when I make videos and when I'm doing streams, I kind of just want to know like where everybody's at, what's going on, and I'll look at the rankings. And Conor's been 9 for a while, as far as I know. So I don't think it's a matter of the fact that he went from like top 5 to 9th or anything like that. He's been 9th for a while, I'm pretty sure. He's ranked at the hospital. So I don't know. It seems like people in here don't really know either. That's not disrespect. I think we're all just as confused because the rankings are a joke. Lewis gonna end him. Hey, that's disrespectful. Lewis moves like that fool got his back fused already. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on there. Shoey for the Kirklands. Yeah, I heard everybody saying that he's out of the rankings. I mean, like, are we not considering the top 15 in the rankings anymore? I don't know if people are just saying that he's not in the top 5 or what, but he's clearly ranked. Everybody was talking about it. Chalesona was talking about it. Bisping was talking about it. Ariel was talking about it. Everybody in the comments were talking about it. That he's not ranked. He's not ranked. And he's going to fight for the title because Oliveira's going to wait for him, but he's not ranked. I'm like, he's right there. So I don't know what everybody's talking about. No, auntie, I didn't yet, but it's coming on. My stomach is about to burst right now. I feel it. Um, but that's basically it. That's basically it. We hit all the topics today. And I just want to say thank you for helping me make history today. Going into double digits on the Below the Beanie podcast, and the first time ever doing the stream twice in a week. I want to say that I appreciate it. I want to let you know that you can trust me, all right? You can trust me. And if you can't trust me, and if I'm faking you out, then I want you to know that it's for a good illustration, for illustration purposes. So either way, you could trust me. Either you could trust the fact that I got them plugged in, or you could trust the fact that you're going to be getting laced up on something, and it's for your best interest, builds character and whatnot. So thank you all for being here. I'm probably going to do it again real soon. And right now, I'm going to go back to working on the breakdown that I'm getting ready for you. I am still working on a breakdown right now. So that is in the works. Yeah, I'm gonna end it right now. It's a good time to end it. I gotta get serious with my edit. I just have too much fun doing this. I want to keep talking. Thank you everybody for being here. Until the next Below the Beanie podcast. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Art. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Lay.